Hey everyone, finished watching the next episode of Power Rangers Megaforce going viral. Most of these early Megaforce episodes I can recall a bit about the story, but this is one I always forget. Noah is working on a school website in the computer lab when Jake comes in with a guitar case. Inside the case is his snake axe. He says it's off balance and he wants Noah to try and fix it. The bad guys, meanwhile, have a new monster that can spread illness. Back at the school, Noah is shocked at how heavy Jake's axe is. He feels a little insecure about not being as strong as Jake. Gia, Emma, and Troy, meanwhile, happen across the new monster. They call Tensu, who explains that the monster can spread viruses that turn people into loogies. Noah and Jake rush out, but Jake turns back to get his axe. Noah sees the monster chasing someone and jumps in to defend them. The person asks Noah if he's some kind of superhero. Alright. Are normal civilians not aware of previous Ranger teams either? Jake arrives and prepares to attack, but Noah tells him they need a plan first. Eventually, the monster retreats. Troy and the girls are surrounded by loogies, but can't fight back since they're just transformed people. Noah tells them they need to quarantine the transformed people. The Rangers try to tire out the loogies and corral them together. Jake and Noah find the monster, Vyrox. Somehow they know what its name is now. Jake is wounded, and Noah's blaster isn't working against Vyrox's shell. Noah needs to find the strength to use Jake's axe. With determination, he finds the willpower to wield it. The others arrive, and with their help, they destroy Vyrox. They explain that they contained all the transformed people in a giant structure they made with Gosei's magic cards. Once Vyrox is defeated, Noah uses Jake's axe to break down the structure and free all the people who are now back to normal. When Vyrox blows up, he does a little Shay pose. Godzilla does this in Invasion of Astro Monster. It was a dance an old manga character would do when it became ingrained in Japanese pop culture. Now, a lot of characters do it, but few know where it originated. Why Vyrox does it, I have no idea. Vrax sends out the Zombats to make Vyrox grow. Vyrox manages to steal the Megazord's sword, but Noah grabs it back and a new magic card appears. It summons new Zords for Noah. With the new Zords, they defeat Vyrox for good. Later, Noah returns Jake's axe, fully recalibrated. Jake swings it around and knocks over a nearby computer monitor. Well, this was the blandest episode I've seen in a while. It's not bad, but man, for the 20th anniversary, I think they'd want to do more than just the most basic stuff. I remember some parts of this, the stuff with Noah and Jake discussing the snake axe and the woman with the bizarre superhero line. Everything else just kind of slipped away. I remember Jake and Noah because they have a fun dynamic. I remember the woman because of how awkwardly out of place her line is. Everything else is just Goseiger footage. Even the woman is partially Goseiger footage. Megaforce desperately needs to ease up on how much Sentai footage they're cramming in. It's all cool, but doesn't leave much time for the characters or the world. If they wanted to remake Mighty Morphin, they need more scenes of the team hanging out at the school or the Froyo place. Besides the Rangers themselves, no other side characters appear. No Ernie, Mr. Burley, even Gosei and Tensu are superfluous. Tensu explains the situation, but I think the Rangers could have figured it out for themselves. The big question of the episode is the power cards. Where do they come from? At first, it seems like Gosei can just supply whatever kind of card they need for any given obstacle, but Noah gets one seemingly because of a personal achievement. It even comes with new Zords. Did these Zords already exist? Why wouldn't they have been supplied from the start? Are there more lost Zords? Were they lost? How were they lost? Or were they just being held back for some reason? Maybe there's hidden cards and lost Zords, and they can detect when the Rangers fulfill something? This is all speculation. No explanation is given in the show. It reminds me of the cartoon Dragon Tales. In that cartoon, the titular dragons each have dragon badges that glow when they've personally achieved something. Are some of the power cards like that? They only appear once a Ranger has achieved something? I think I just spent more time talking about potential ways the power cards work than the actual episode. There's not much to say about the episode itself. Noah has a lack of confidence and he overcomes it. That's one of the most basic plots Power Rangers can possibly have. This is the first episode where the Rangers have all their standard equipment. They can morph, they have their weapons, and they have their Zords. Ideally, with all that out of the way, we could focus on the anniversary aspect. Unfortunately, there is no anniversary aspect. Why bother hyping up that this is the 20th anniversary if nothing is going to be done with it? I don't know, maybe the idea was to appeal to the casual fans, the ones who only know Mighty Morphin. I could see a group of writers looking at Mighty Morphin and determining that to be a success we need a very basic, easy-to-follow story about the Rangers, and then just stick in whatever Sentai footage we have. That ignores, however, one of the reasons Mighty Morphin was such a success. The humor. Mighty Morphin was made at a time when sitcoms were insanely popular. This meant having a cast of likable, funny characters. Even when the humor was awkward or it didn't fit, it still felt like the characters were approachable and lovable. Even the bad guys, Rita, Goldar, Finster, Squat, Babu, the Putties, they were all funny goofballs. They also stood out because Rita was obviously dubbed. Some fans appreciated that aspect for its campiness. Megaforce's villains are just three monster suits that stand around and growl. There's no personalities, no moments of humor, and there's no campy aspect to them. They don't even have catchphrases or quirks. This had made me realize what it is about things like the Boom comics or Once and Always that don't feel right to me. They try to ground Mighty Morphin in a dark, dismal reality, deal with real-world problems. They're not set in colorful, happy sitcom worlds. Once and Always is set in what's basically our present. The Boom comics are set in a dystopia. The Mighty Morphin characters can and have worked in dark stories, but they have to walk a fine line, and if they step even the slightest off of it, it comes off as grim, dark slop made to be shocking and nothing else. Anyway, back to Megaforce, yeah, nothing to say, really. Vyrox was voiced by Kevin Hardy. I know nothing about him. I also don't know enough about the celebrity Kevin Hart to make a joke about his name. Hopefully next episode gives me stuff to talk about that's actually from the episode. So that's it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.
Are you some kind of superhero?
Ooh, you master of observation, you.